Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls. Today we are going to start M1 classes. That is your maths paper 4, and in mechanics we are starting with the first chapter, that is about the velocity and acceleration. And before starting with the velocity and acceleration, we have to discuss about the basic definitions of the few terms that will be used in this chapter. Distance is a term that we are using in everyday, but what does the distance means? It is the length of the path. If I consider a path A to B, that is say 10 kilometer, then the length of this path is called the distance. Whether you are traveling from A to B or you're traveling from B to A, in both cases the distance will be 10 kilometer. Even if you take a turn to a new position C, say travel 3 kilometer in this direction. If I say the distance between distance distance from A to C, that will be 10 kilometer plus 3 kilometer. Total is 13 kilometers. Distance from A to C is 10 plus 3, that is 13 kilometer, irrespective of the direction, because distance is a scalar quantity. The scalar quantities are those which do not require a direction to specify them or to explain them completely. So distance, because it is a scalar quantity, so it does not need any direction. So while traveling from A to C, we have to move from A to B first and then take a U-turn to point C. So during this motion, we have traveled 10 plus 3 kilometers. And it is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity means it does not need direction. So distance, whether you're moving from A to C or C to A or A to B or B to A, in all cases, you don't need direction. You have to travel the same distance from A to B or B to A. You'll be traveling 10 kilometer, or if you're traveling from A to C, you have to move 10 kilometer, then 3 kilometer. Unit for the distance, SI unit, we call it standard international unit. Is meter. Standard unit is meter, but the larger unit is kilometer. We can use kilometer as well, but standard one is meter. So most of the calculation will be made in meters, not in kilometers. Another quantity that we'll be discussing here will be displacement. Displacement is defined as the shortest distance between the 2 points. It is the shortest distance or the distance traveled in a particular direction. So the shortest distance between A and C will be from A to C. Because it is a vector quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. So it has direction as well. When we say displacement from A to C, it means we are traveling in the direction from A to C. So we have to be careful about the direction as well. We have to consider the direction as well. So when we say A to C, it means you're traveling from A to C directly, because it's a shorter distance from A to C. So that now this displacement will be 10 minus 3. It is 7 kilometer. And it has a direction as well. If we mention the directions, so it will be due east. So remember, displacement is a vector quantity. So we have to consider the direction in case of displacement. And it is the shortest distance. The shortest distance won't be from A to B and then B to C. For in case of displacement, you will be traveling directly from A to C. So displacement from A to C is 7 kilometer. So remember, while considering the distance or calculating the distance, you have to follow the whole path, as we did in this case, 10 plus 3, 13 kilometer. But for displacement, you have to follow the shortest path, and that is, in this case, that is 10 minus 3. 10 is a distance from between A and B, and from B to C it is 3 kilometer, but from A to C it is 10 minus 3, that is 7 kilometer. Next term that we'll be using will be speed. We define speed as the rate of change of distance. How rapidly the distance is changing. Rate of change of distance. Or we can say speed is equal to distance symbol for the speed is V, for distance is S, and time T. So V is equal to S over T is the formula for the speed. Remember, here V stands for the speed, S for the distance traveled, and T for the time. Or we can write it as, if we cross multiply, we can write it as S is equal to Vt. So this formula will be used when object is moving with the constant speed. This formula is for the object So this formula will be used only when an object is moving with a constant speed. Otherwise, we cannot use it. Next term that we'll be using will be average speed. And you are familiar with the formula for the average speed, that is, we used in the math on O level. We use this formula in the O level maths as well as in physics. That is, the average speed is given by the total distance traveled by total time. But we use the average speed in case when the object is moving with the changing speed. If the speed is not constant, then we can say average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time. The unit SI unit for speed, whether it is simple speed, constant speed, or average speed, SI unit for speed is meter per second. we write it as meter per second, but instead of writing m over s, we write it as m s to the power minus 1. So remember, this unit for the speed is m s to the power minus 1. So actually it is meter per second. And this formula will be used when object is not moving with the constant speed. Then comes the velocity. Velocity is defined as the speed in a particular direction. If we add direction to the speed, because speed is a scalar quantity, because it is a scalar quantity and scalar quantities do not have direction. So speed will be always positive, whether the object is moving away from you or towards you, or it's away from a point or towards a point, speed will be positive always because it does not has the direction. So that and because it is a scalar quantity. But velocity is a vector quantity. If we add direction to the speed, it is called velocity. Or in other words, in case of speed, we said it is rate of change of distance, but velocity is rate of change of displacement. Displacement is a vector quantity which has a direction, so velocity will have the same direction as the displacement. So velocity is rate of change of displacement. So we say velocity is change in displacement over time. Formula is same as v is equal to s over t. The only thing that we have to consider is here in case of velocity, while calculating velocity, we have to take the displacement. Displacement, that is the shortest distance between the 2 points. Its unit is same as the speed, that is meter per second, and is a vector quantity. So these are the terms that we'll be using in the next exercise, and we have to be careful about their units and the directions. Let's have an example just to understand what we have discussed so far. Suppose a car travels 9 km in 15 minutes with constant speed. I have to find the speed of the car. Remember, first of all, we will write the data, what is known to us. Car traveled 9 kilometers, even distance is known to me, 9 kilometers. Standard unit for the distance is meter. So 9 kilometers means 9,000 meters. Secondly, time is given to me. Time is 15 minutes. Standard unit for time is second. So 15 will be multiplied by 60 to gives you the time in seconds. Speed I know is distance. Because it is moving with a constant speed, so I can use speed is equal to distance over time. That is v is equal to s over t. So we get speed is equal to distance traveled is 9,000 meters over 900 seconds. be 10 meter per second. So what we have to do first is to collect the data. What is given in the statement? Distance is given, time is given, and what is required? Speed is required. To find the speed, what we do we need required? We need distance and time. Distance is known to me, and it should be in standard units. Distance should be in meters, time should be in seconds. Another example, a cyclist travels at 5 meters per second for 30 seconds. Then turns back, traveling at 3 meters per second for 10 seconds. Find her displacement from starting point. So first, cyclist was traveling at 5 meters per second. Speed is 5 meters per second for 30 seconds. In this direction, then he turned back and traveled at a speed of 3 meters per second for 10 seconds. What is the displacement? I need to calculate the shortest distance from the starting point to the end point. So for that purpose, I'll calculate the distance traveled in the forward direction. Say distance traveled in first 30 seconds. I'll use S1 is equal to Vt because it is traveling with a constant speed, 5 meters per second. So I'm using S is equal to Vt. So speed is 5, time is 30, it will be 150 meters. Then distance traveled on return journey, that is S2 will be again Vt, S is equal to Vt I'm using because of the constant speed 3. So it will be 3 meters per second into time, that is 30 meters. So it means while going forward, it traveled 150 meters from starting point and then turned back and traveled 30 meters. He ends here. So what is the displacement? I have to calculate the displacement. So displacement is the shortest distance. That is the difference of 150 and 30. That is 150 minus 30 is 120 kilometer. So this is how you have to operate. You have to read the statement very carefully. Then you have to draw a simple diagram to understand the situation, what is happening here. So I said that I start from here traveling in this direction, say start from A to B, and during this journey I have a speed of 5, traveled for 30 seconds, then I return from B to a new position, say C, and during this motion speed was 3, time is 10 seconds. So I have calculated this distance, forward distance from A to B and then B to C, 30 meter. My displacement is the shortest distance always from the start point to the end point. So the displacement is 120 kilometer. Another example I'm going to take from the book, the exercise 1A. I have already sent you the worksheet about this exercise. In your book is exercise 1A, question number 6. Question says a runner runs 5 meters per second for 7 seconds before increasing speed to a pace of 7 meters per second for next 13 seconds. A runner between 2 points A and B travels at a speed of 5 for 7 seconds and then increase the speed to 7 for 13 seconds. Find her average speed. Average speed, we know the formula for average speed, that is total distance divided by total time. So I need average speed will be total distance divided by total time. So I need total distance. So using data given to me, information given to me, I have to find the total distance. The first part of the distance from A to B. Because object is moving with a constant speed 5 meters per second, so I can use distance as 1. I say it is distance as 1. That will be equal to Vt. Speed is 5, time is 7. That is be 35 meters. Similarly, distance from B to C, say S2. Again, I'm using S is equal to Vt. Speed is 7 into 13. That is 91 meters. So the total distance is 35 plus 91. That is 126 meters. So I can find the average speed now. Total distance, that is 126. Total time will be 7 plus 13. That is 20 seconds. So I have taken total distance as 35 plus 91 over 7 plus 13. 126 by 20. That is 6.3 meter per second. So this is the way we tackle the problems in the mechanics. We read the statement very carefully. We try to draw a simple diagram just to understand what is happening. The object was traveling between 2 points with a speed of 5 for 7 seconds. Then it changed its speed to 7 for next 13 seconds. And we have to find the average speed. So I have first wrote the formula for the average speed just to decide what I need. So formula tells me that you need total distance and total time. Total time is given to me, that is 7 plus 13. I can use that total time, but the total distance is not given. Speeds are given. So using speeds, I have calculated the distance from A to B, 35 meter, B to C, that is 91, and then I use the formula to calculate the average speed. So this is how you have to deal with these problems. Question number 7 from same exercise. He says a remote control car travels forward at 6 meter per second in a drive and backward at 3 meter per second in reverse. So forward, it is moving at a speed of 6 meter per second, and the backward is a drive at speed of 3 meter per second. In reverse, the car travels for 10 seconds in the drive before traveling for the 5 second in reverse. For forward, it was traveling for 10 seconds, and reverse, it is traveling for 5 seconds. Find the displacement from its starting point. So same question arises again. Let me draw it for you again. So it traveled from starting point. It travels at a speed of 6 meter per second for time of 10 seconds, and then in the reverse, it travels at speed of 3 meter per second for 5 seconds. And it's asking for the displacement. And I know displacement means this distance, shortest distance. This displacement, say I started from A to B, then from B to C, but I need a distance AC. For that purpose, again I'll find distance A to B. That will be S is equal to Vt, because it is traveling at a constant speed. So I'm using S is equal to Vt. It gives me S1 is equal to, speed is 6 and time is 10. It is 60 meter. Similarly, distance from B to C on the reverse direction, it will be S2. So I have S2 is equal to speed of 3 and time is 5, that is 15 meter. So required displacement will be S1 minus S2. The shortest distance from the initial point to the final point. V ends here. That is 60 minus 15 is equal to 45 meters forward. You have direction there, mention the direction as well. Then he says find the average velocity. To find the average velocity, I have to divide total displacement by total time. In second part, I have to find average velocity. That will be total displacement over total time. For average speed, we use total distance divided by total time. But for velocity, we'll be using displacement by time. So the total displacement we have calculated, and the total time will be the same that has been spent on the journey. So remember, time won't change, only the displacement will be what we have calculated, the shortest distance. That is 45 meter, and the total time will be 10 plus 5. 45 divided by 15, that is 3 meter per second. That is your average velocity. So you have to be careful while finding speed and velocity, whether you have to use. Then he says finds average speed. For average speed, we have total distance by total time. So total distance will be S1 plus S2. It will be S1 plus S2 divided by total time, that is 10 plus 5. So S1 is 60 plus 15 over 15. Yes, 15. So 75 divided by 15. That is 5 meter per second. So to calculate average speed, we have considered the total distance, and to calculate the average velocity, we have used the total displacement. So you have to be careful about these things. This is how we tackle with the problems. That's all for today from my side. And if you have any question, you can ask me in the question answer session after a few minutes. Thank you.